It's Saturday the 2nd of June 2018 and I'm at the King George V Memorial in Peacehaven. This is the southern end of the Greenwich Meridian Trail. I'm about to do a walk along the Greenwich Meridian Trail. The problem is it's extremely misty. And that's the sea, as you can just see some waves there hopefully, but the rest of it's obliterated by mist. It is getting slightly brighter. And the walk goes that way. Here's an information board explaining we're on the Meridian line here. A short way on, the first Greenwich Meridian Trail sign I've seen, and that's the way forward. We're following the coast at this point. We follow this for a mile or so. Continuing westwards along the coast, along the Greenwich Meridian Trail. It really is a pity about this mist. Looking back at some cliff scenery. The Greenwich Meridian Trail heading west along the top of the cliffs by the coast. More good cliff scenery. Be a lot better if it wasn't so misty. At this point, Greenwich Meridian Trail turns right away from the coast, up there. A little further on we'll have to cross the main road. We cross the main coast road at this point and take the path on the opposite side. Now heading up onto the South Downs on the opposite side of the main road on the Greenwich Meridian Trail. I just wonder as a gain height how thick the mist is going to be. We've crested a rise and the mist has cleared a bit. I really hope it clears so we get some views on the South Downs. As you can see, it's a lot clearer, but down by the coast you can still see the mist. Further on there's a waymarker post with a Greenwich Meridian Trail sign on it, and at that point we join this track coming up on the left hand side to where we've been walking. The continuing track, we're heading for Telscombe village. I seem to have upset all the local sheep just by walking along here. Listen to them. Oh dear. I head to the left now, there's some great South Downs views. And there's the track of Greenwich Meridian Trail continuing. Now passing Telscombe Village Church. I've made a slight diversion to get this view, but it's well worth it. Here's another view of the church from where I've sat down for a rest. Heading through Telscombe village after the church. We now take this bridleway off to the left. The green signs are indicating something called the Sussex Hospices Trail, which I don't know at all what it is. The bridleway drops down into a valley, and ahead there, I think that's Mount Cavan in the distance. Truly awe-inspiring views now. And there's the continuing path. Now heading along the other side of the valley. Just mesmerising views. And there's the Greenwich Meridian Trail continuing ahead. At this point, we turn left along part of the South Downs Way long distance footpath. Confirmation we've joined South Downs Way. We're still on Greenwich Meridian Trail, of course. Great view. I think we've got a stiff climb coming up. Greenwich Meridian Trail and South Downs Way signs about 100 yards on from the last clip. We're going through a gate and a stiff climb up here. As you can see, it's a very stiff climb, but over to the left, some tremendous views. Views from the top is getting quite windy. Great view over to the right. The wind has really picked up. Those hills over there is where the South Downs Way goes towards Alfriston and Eastbourne. From the last clip we go along this enclosed path which is giving some shelter from the wind. The enclosed path ends at a gate and we come onto open downland with this astonishing view. There's the gate I've just come through. And there's the Meridian Line marker. As you can see, Western Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere. There's the path continuing. At this junction, South Downs Way continues ahead, but Greenwich Meridian Trail, and there for us, we turn right. Here. Now heading downhill on the wide track. Lower down, the wide track is hedged on both sides. We now come to this road, bear right for a few yards to that track on the left. A few yards along the track, we turn left across this field. Over to the right, there's a pillbox. And there's the path continuing across this field. Here's the clear path across the next field. We're heading for the village of Iford now. Over to the left. Downs. Now on the road in Eyford there's a great view of Mount Cavan over to the right, and here is the road through Eyford, and there's a view of Eyford Church. We turn right off the road along this narrow path to leave Iford. After crossing a stile, the path follows this right-hand hedge. we come to another stile. After the stile in the previous clip, we follow the left-hand edge of this field. Next field we have to cross is an open field. At least the path is marked. The path bears to the right and the outskirts of Lewes. Our final destination come into view. Splendid views over to the right from this field. And there's the path ahead. After a small road, here's the next path we take. The path continues. It's incredibly awkward and uneven. The path emerges into this open field, and you can see the path ahead. The clear path heading through the next field. At this fork, Greenwich Meridian Trail bears right, and there. Now walking beside a ditch on the left, and the cliffs outside Lewes ahead. Continuing beside this small river on the left. Great views over to the right from the path. We now head beneath the Lewes bypass main road. Now in Priory Park, and there's the ruins of Lewes Priory, and there's the path that I'm currently following. Information board about the Priory. My shadow is on this, I'm trying to avoid it. Of the ruins up close. Information board about the Battle of Lewes, which took place in 1264, and there is a monument commemorating the 700th anniversary of it. So 1964. Now out of Priory Park, following this path beside a wall, there's a cricket match going on and a field to the right. A couple of 100 yards on from the last clip, we reach Lewes railway station and the end of today's walk along Greenwich Meridian Trail.